Today we're going to talk about extending patterns. In front of you is a pattern. See if you could figure out how you would extend this pattern. Did you guess this? To this pattern, to extend it, you simply add a hexagon and two triangles, one on top of the other. Pythagoreans in ancient Greek liked to make numbers into shapes. For instance, if they took one stone and added two more, they could make a triangle. Altogether they had 3 stones. To extend this pattern, they simply added another 3 stones, and now altogether they had 6 stones. It still retained its triangular shape. To extend it further, they added 4 more stones. So what's the pattern? So far we've had 1, 3 stones, 6 stones, and 10 stones. This is the sequence. A sequence is an ordered list of numbers or objects. This definition can be found on page 15 in your math book. Pythagoras used a rule to extend this pattern. A rule is a way to describe how to create or extend a sequence. This definition can be found on page 16 in your math book. So what is the rule that Pythagoras used to find the next term? Triangular number rules. Again, our sequence is 1, 3, 6, and 10. Each of the numbers in the sequence is known as a term. So 1 is a term, 3 is a term, 6 is a term, and 10 is a term. A term is an object or number in a sequence. This definition can be found on page 17 in your math book. Pythagoras noticed that if you add the term numbers, the number that tells you the order or position of a term in a sequence, if you add that term number together, you will get the next term. A term number, again, is the position in which the term is located in the sequence. For instance, the term 3 is in position 2, so the term number is 2. If you add together the term numbers, you will get the term in the sequence. For instance, to get the second position, the second term number in the sequence, you would simply add the term numbers 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 equals 3. The term in the second position is 3. See if you can predict what the 5th term would be in the sequence using term numbers. Again, the rule is to add all the term numbers up to the term you are looking for. Making a table to organize terms and term numbers can usually help you find the rule and sequence of a pattern. Here is a table that portrays the triangular numbers. Notice the top row is the term number or the position in the sequence. We simply write counting numbers down because we add 1 position per term. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The bottom row is the actual term in the sequence. So the first one is 1 because we had 1 stone. Position number 2 had 3 stones to make a triangle. To add the 4th term or the 3rd term, we had to have 6 stones. And to add the 4th term, we had to have 10. Did you guess correctly? Did you get 15 for the 5th term? To get 15, you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, and you come up with 15. In your groups, using the pattern blocks, I would like you to do number 5 on page 16 in your math book. We're going to split this question up by rows. Green row, you will do 5A. Red row, you will do 5B. Blue and yellow row, you will do 5C. You will use your blocks to build the next two shapes in the sequence. You will explain the rule that you use to build the next two shapes in the sequence. For instance, green and red row, you will be using the small blocks that are shaped like squares to build the terms in your sequence. Blue and yellow rows, you will be using the parallelograms and the equilateral triangles to build the next terms in your sequence. See if you can find the rules that apply to these sequences. Now let's take a look at question 6b on page 16 in your math book. Let's make a table to help us find the rule and the next terms in the sequence. Notice I have started a table for you. In the top row we put the term number or the position of each term in the sequence. We number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The book has given us the first 4 terms in the sequence. They are 1, 4, 9, and 16. We need to find the 5th and 6th term. Let's take a look at the relationship between the term numbers and the terms. The first term is 1. The term number is 1. The second term is 4. The term number is 2. The third term is 9. The term number is 3. The fourth term is 16. The term number is 4. Use your pattern blocks to see if you can find a pattern growing here. Think about what the Pythagoreans might have done. They like to make shapes with numbers. Can you make a shape with each of these terms? For instance, the first one you would use 1 square. The second one you would use 4 squares. The third one 9, and the fourth one 16. Can you make a regular shape with these number of squares? What do you think the Pythagoreans named this sequence? Now I'd like you to try this. On page 17 in your math book, question 10b, there is a pattern using pattern blocks. I'd like you to use the pattern blocks at your table and find the next two terms in the sequence. Make a table and draw in the pattern and the term number. Use your journals to write each of these down.